What's up YouTube, it's your boy Barcode. I'm back with another video. Today we will be discussing 5 heroes that are rare or common that I'm going to test out on my alt account, which is elite only or below. These are heroes that you might not want to sleep on, and eventually I'll build them up and test them out. If you like the content, you know what to do. Hit that sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell dingy dingy thing so you know when I post a video. Let's get to it. First, let's talk about these common and rare heroes. Their base stats suck. If you have gear that's flat stats and it has all good substats, these are heroes that you might want to think about putting them on. Flat stats are a huge improvement for these rare and common heroes. It actually puts them on par with some elites. Number 5 on my list is Fire Reaper. You want to build her as a nuker. The thing I like about her is she's like the executioner. Her passive grants attack up and speed up when you deal damage to a target less than 50% health. So she has the ability to get an extra turn before the enemy goes, if the enemy is below 50% health. Her main attack has a 50% chance to apply a bleed, so that's pretty good, but her main thing is her ultimate. It's on a 3-turn cooldown and it ignores 50% of the enemy's defense. It's a 150% damage modifier, so that's pretty good. Like I said, I'm going to build all these heroes up and test them out at level 60 max on this account, but I'd like to see the potential in her. Plus she looks pretty sick. Number 4 on my list is Fire Elf Archer. Fire Elf Archer is for your wombo combo arena or trials or bounty, whatever the case may be. He's your support. His base speed is 112, so it's actually really good for a rare. He has a passive crit rate 10%. He's not really there for damage, but it does help his first ability, which ignores 30% of the enemy's defense. But the main thing is his ultimate skill. Again, 100% damage to the enemy. It's just a single target, but it applies crit rate up to all of your allies. But this is big because this allows you to build your main nukers on a more crit damage build. You don't have to worry about substats on your main nukers. You can then worry about attack percentage, crit damage, and getting to at least like 70% crit rate instead of trying to shoot for that 100 guaranteed. I just like the fact that he has a base speed of 112. That's really good for a rare. Number 3 on my list is a common. Lizard Man Destroyer. Look at this beast. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Now, the reason I like this hero is his ultimate is a 3-turn cooldown and it applies invincible to himself for 1 turn. Now, if you take this into a water element dungeon, or you take this into a wind dungeon, you could then bring 3 members of the stronger element, and the enemies will attack him, mainly the boss. He applies invincible, and then after 2 turns, he can apply invincible again. He can be a really strong tank if need be. There's not many places you can take him at this point in the game, but I think over the long haul, I think he'd actually be pretty good by manipulating elements. But having an invincible for 3 turns, I would say is pretty good. You just build him on straight flat stats of just tankiness. It's pretty much all he's there for, to tank. Number 2 on my list is Water Ice Wolf. Water Ice Wolf is like your miniature William. Every 3 turns, he can apply counterattack on your whole team. He's not there for damage. He can apply a bleed, but you really don't want to go for that nuke type of build. He's literally there for a support. He's just there to apply counterattack. He's another common, so his base stats suck, but you can at least make some use of that flat stat gear that typically we throw away in the trash. But if you're having problems finding William or getting William, or you start some free-to-play alt challenge like I did, I feel like Ice Wolf would be a pretty good team member to speed up some boss fights and to speed up farming. And the number 1 hero on my list is an uncommon monster that can be used pretty much anywhere, and that's Guard Orc. His first attack has a chance to apply attack down, which is huge in boss fights. His passive is just 10% defense, which is just nice to be tanky, but you're really not making him super tanky, you're making him as fast as possible while being tanky. And that's because of his ultimate skill, which is Roar. Rawr. He is your miniature Windstrex. 3-turn cooldown, he applies attack up and speed up on your team. His base speed sucks, so he will never obviously outspeed a Windstrex. But if you speed tune your team right, and their Windstrex goes and they're not speed tuned properly, Guard Orc can go next and speed up your team and you can cut everyone else out. He's also good for dungeons. Because it's a 3-turn cooldown, he will be applying this attack buff and speed buff nonstop. And after your teammates go and he does speed up, and then all of your teammates get an extra turn before the enemy or the boss or whatever the case may be goes again. Add this with like Freya or Anna's speed down. It really helps in the overall dungeon process. I'm going to talk about my alt account progress with my challenge of being elite and under only. Now I'm playing this when my main account is obviously low on stamina, but this is what I have so far. At the end of the video is a link to my video of what I'm going to do for dungeons. And I have all the heroes that I need currently, except for one, which is Kaluk, which is the wood Grandpa Groot. Really, right now, I'm pretty much beaten every stage 6 of all the dungeons, except for Gemini. Gemini is a real gear check, just because of all the AoE that happens in it. But I got most of my heroes that I need at 4-star. I just got Mary, just a 4-star, and I'm going to be leveling her up. But all I have left to get is Kaluk. I just got CC for the first time as well, so I'm leveling her up. But Kaluk is my stripper, and I need him for 2 different dungeons. But I'm going to tell you what, there is a lot of surprises that I've found with a lot of these heroes. One example is Celine. She actually does really good damage. Another one is Rodera. Her heal, her AoE heal, and her 2-target heal is massive. And she applies attack down, which is awesome for bosses. Mulago, if you build him on like a flat stat build, not like attack percentages and everything like that, but just like attack flat stats, it actually hits pretty decently hard. And his speed down counter attack is actually really good. Elson, I'm in love with Elson. I need to get him better gear, but Elson is awesome. He's an awesome single target damage dealer. I can't say enough about Shield Guard Orc. I pretty much made him #1 on all my little uncommon rare heroes. I bring him in like 3 different teams. Also, I bring him on like a farming team as well. He's definitely underrated, probably because he's just a rare monster. But in this account specifically, where I can only use elite and below, I think he's a really key monster in this whole team comp. But one of my favorites right now is Anna. Her ultimate deals 200% damage, and her taunt, yeah, it's limited to where you can use it, but it's actually really good. Her invincible is awesome, mitigates a lot of damage. She has speed down and attack down, which is before accurate resistance, but it's 100% chance. And she deals extra health just on her base health, so it doesn't really matter what, like, you don't have to build her tanky. You build her with attack, and just the extra health damage is actually nice. But just to show you, this is my Arcane Dominator dungeons. I'm at stage 7. It's all pretty much a gear check at this point, and my gear is trash. So I need to progress in the story a little bit more, get some better gear, get the quest rewards from everything, get some better gear. Gear is where I'm at right now. Get some dupes to ascend more, get them to 5-star. I'll easily be able to beat all of those. Queen's going to be starting to get difficult until I get a Kaluk. Gemini is by far the hardest, and it's a gear check for me right now because his AoE is so huge. I need more health to sustain all the AoE damage that's taken. But I'm just going to go into Witch real quick. This is stage 6. I'm just showcasing Shield Guard Orc and what he can do. This is my team right now, no attack buff, and I'm not using Rage Aura because I have 2 supports that are faster than my damage dealers. So I'm going to showcase what Shield Guard Orc can do. I'll just skip right to the boss and pass the waves. I don't have AoE to kill the waves, so it's a little bit slower, but it's still sustainable. So let me show you what he does on the boss. Alright, pretty important to watch the turn orders here. Okay, Shield Guard Orc is going to go. So a lot of these cooldowns are down from the waves, but here we go. I got speed down, which lets me go a little bit before the boss and lap. So here's Shield Guard Orc. Watch the turn orders again. Freya and Anna both jump the Witch. So the Witch hasn't gone in a couple turns now. So the Witch is going to go. She has attack down, speed down, a lot of debuffs there. Don't mind the damage. It's crappy gear. Obviously, it's free to play gear. There's Anna doing damage, no crit, but she has invincible, so she can't be hurt. Go ahead, Orc. Sometimes he lands an attack debuff, but it's 50% chance, so obviously not going to do well. Attack down, speed down, Witch goes back in the turn order again. Heals Shield Guard Orc. Watch the turn corners. The turns do take the corner, but I meant turn counter. There we go. Freya, level 4-star, level 40. Doing some work when she crits. Still crappy gear, like no good gear at all. So The defense buff from Rodera and the heals from her is huge. The defense buff is just huge in general. With the attack down on the boss, just mitigates a lot of damage. There he goes, applying attack down again. There goes Anna, putting some damage, getting invincible, so she won't be dead at all anytime soon. Witch is gonna go almost killed, but here goes Guard Orc, gets that attack buff up, and as you see the turn corner, he's gonna go again. My whole team goes again with the speed down plus the speed up. It's pretty huge. But there's the AoE heal from Rodera, heals the team the full with a defense buff. It's a huge heal from her. She really surprised me how much she can heal. It's really surprising. So, and that's pretty much it for stage 6. I just need to get these monsters some gear, heroes, I guess. I need gear so I can do more damage, crit more often, survive a little bit longer, so that I can beat all these other dungeons. That's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed the top 5 rare and common monsters and my alt progression. It's actually been really fun with this account, going elite and under. I'm actually having more fun on this account than I am my main account, and that's kind of sad. My main issue with my main account is that I can't consistently farm all the time so that I can build up fodder to 6-star everything that I want to 6-star. I think that's what's great with a lot of other gachas, because then you can test them out and see what's actually good or not. Because right now we don't have Guild War, we just have a guild boss, we have arena and trials, and that's it. There's not much else to do. So the main thing I want to do is 6-star my monsters. But of course there's still a stamina issue. It's a lot better than it was, but this is a new game in terms of age, so hopefully things will get better over time. And that's why I make an alt account. If you like the content, you know what to do. Sub, like, ding ding bell. See you in the next one. Peace.